Hello, we are back. We're back from our little break of satellite twiddling, pressing buttons, shouting numbers, and all sorts of things. And we should have a much better connection for this new YouTube stream. Live stream available from RC Racing TV, thanks to EFRA.ws, PROTOform Race Bodies, and VRC Pro. So we're here in Valencia, Spain. This is the second YouTube stream. Sorry we had to kind of do a switch over for you guys, but we had to make sure that technical things on the YouTube side work, and then we had to do some realignment and adjusting of other stuff. But we're back now. It's fine. I'm just going to do a quick rundown of the qualifying so far. We've had 4 rounds of qualifying. The top racers from around Europe. I think the only exception, well, the only person who isn't here is Mark Green, who's been ill. Hope you get better soon, Mark. We've had 3 days of open practice, a day of controlled practice, a round of qualifying yesterday, and 3 rounds of qualifying today. So 4 rounds in total of qualifying. We're going to have the first finals start in approximately an hour and a half. Is it an hour and a half or is it 30 minutes? I hope it's an hour and a half. 5:30 local time, so 4:30 UK time. Yeah, so about half an hour. Ugh. Not much of a break, but we will have something for you guys very soon that hopefully you'll appreciate. I'm sure you will. Always good to hear from some of the top racers in the world. So the qualifying rundown is the top 10. By my reckoning, I don't have an official printout yet, but we will when we come back from our little break, is top 10 is Pietsch, Greiner, Mazzio, Kurtzbuch, Balestri, Wisniewski, Grosskamp, Linu, Heckler, and Dankel. The next 4 to round out the top 14, which will be your semis, is Totman, Arnold, Wilk, and Hagberg. Again, this is unofficial. And then I've got Escandano, I think is his name, sorry. Dankel's moved up. And then Tironi, Schaefer, Moore, Escandano, he's moved up. Coelho, Radaeli, and Nacho Sanchez. That's the top 15 or 16. And so these guys, we're going to try and catch several of these guys before they pack up and hit the hotel and rest up for tomorrow's finals. We've got the first of the finals, the lower finals, starting in about half an hour. And then that's the 1/128th and the 1/64th finals, the lower finals. The B and then the A final. And then we'll have, from 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, we'll have the 132nd final and the 116th, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, all the way up to the quarterfinals. And then the semifinals start at 2 p.m. local time. All of these are 20-minute finals. And then the main final starts at 4 o'clock local time, or 3 p.m. UK time, and that is 45 minutes. And we're just getting set up to do something in association with PROTOform Friday, which is a cool little thing that we've got set up. We've got a contest for you guys. If you're not already a member of the Facebook group, just search for RC Racing TV on Facebook. You can join us and answer a question or a series of questions that James has put up in the Facebook group. It's basically a very simple question is the first one. And then the second question is a little bit of a guess. But it's not really a guess. It's more of a, well, it's a guesstimate. Well, you'll see when you go into the Facebook group. So, of course, I don't think we've mentioned this, but of course, that is only good for this weekend, the contest. You can't come back and try and enter the contest after the race weekend. So it's only good until, what, the end of the 16th of August. So, are we... I think, well, we've got one thing plugged in. I'm not sure about the other thing is not plugged in. Stu and James have gone off, and I'm alone here talking to myself. So, if anyone has any questions, we'll get to them as soon as we can. I'm just glad I have some internet back. Pit walk and lower finals live, yes. So James is back. Yeah, that one. Well, we have to move it though because not everybody's pitting in the same area. In half an hour. I guess, well, let's talk to Robert because he's definitely a PROTOform driver and he's top man. Yeah. But you can hang it out that side. You can hang it out that side, and we can try to get Hagberg. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Right, so we, unfortunately, we can only pick one side of the pits. The easiest solution is to pick the fastest guy, and the fastest guy is, luckily, he's a PROTOform driver, PROTOform-sponsored driver. And we will try to finish up with him. And then we'll have a very abbreviated break. There was the time schedule early in the day was messed about with quite a bit. Just before Group 9, which included Mario Hudi, Luca Radaelli, Andy Moore, and several other fast guys, there was a very short rain shower just before those guys went out on track. And so we had to alter the time a bit, or the organizers did, and we lost our break between qualifying rounds 3 and 4 because it was about a half hour or so to let things dry off completely so that everyone was happy to go out on the track. But the break between qualifying 4 and the 1/1/28th main, that got extended slightly by about 20 or 25 minutes. Unfortunately, that's still not much time for us to get an actual break. Comfort break, drink break, food break, etc. So we have another 2.5 hours or so of broadcasting time for you guys. And we've got a couple questions already in the new YouTube stream. Richard asks, "What is the most eye-catching color to have in an RC car? Neon green, blood red, etc., or maybe something else?" Buckeye Kid replies, "I'd say neon." Well, yeah, definitely neon. I mean, if you look at any safety high-vis vests that you see, like say road workers using, they're all in high-vis yellow or neon neon orange, and so yeah, one of those two colors. The thing is, we noted last week at the last week's Euros in Sandown, Maine, in Germany, at the Buggy Euros, we noticed that there were lots and lots and lots of drivers using yellow and orange. Possibly because there's lots of Spanish, and those are the main colors of Savoia, Renault Savoia. But you know, it is very eye-catching. But if everything is a mix of green or those two high-vis colors, then you know everything just becomes a same color blob going on the track. So yeah, it's just try different things every time you get a new body shell painted. Try something different. Try something new. There are other colors. They're bright green, bright red, bright blue, bright purple. There's magenta, which is almost a pinky color, and then there's actual pink, neon pink. Right. So we're going to disconnect for a moment, and we'll be back in the pits. Huh? Okay. All right. As part of PROTOform Friday here at RC Racing TV, we're going to be talking to some PROTOform drivers. A couple of PROTOform drivers that we were going to be talking to have just been pulled away for a team briefing or meeting of some sort. So we're going to see if we can talk to Robert Pietsch, TQ man at the moment. Well, TQ man. Robert, you have a few minutes to talk about PROTOform bodies. All right. Can you just maybe grab the body that you've been using? And obviously, this is part of PROTOform Friday. And PROTOform sponsor you for your body shells. What sort of support does PROTOform give you for for your racing efforts?
PROTOform is giving me all the bodies, and I get the prototype bodies for test. Yeah, that's my.
So you're able actually to test body shells before they're even out on the market, before the normal racer even has their hands on them. You're tweaking and tuning them and providing feedback for, I guess it's for Dale, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for Dale. He always sent me the newest versions he make, and we test, and after we confirm it's working well, it comes out.
Excellent. Okay. Okay. So I know that there's 3 different body shells. The primary 200 mil bodies that are being used. There's a high downforce, balanced, and low downforce. So which are you using this weekend?
I'm using the SRS body, which is, in my opinion, the most balanced one. And the newest one is not allowed yet here in the EFRA because it has not EFRA number. But I would have expected that also the newest one would work here very well.
Okay. And just so people can be familiar with what Robert's talking about, just so you're familiar with what Robert's talking about, there's an EFRA number engraved in the windscreen of every body shell that's approved for use at EFRA championship events. So it's an EFRA number, and then there's a 3 or 4 digit number there. And then, so just if you can tell, Yillis was talking to us yesterday about running in a body shell. I assume this is something everyone does, just to make sure a body shell works. What do you look for? What kind of things do you need to look for on the track to make sure that the body shell works properly on the car setup as you have it?
In the end, the lap times count. So basically you try with the same body shell some different positions, but sometimes if you have the same position and you change to a new body shell, it doesn't work the same like, for example, a used one. To be honest, I don't know why, but probably when you have a used body shell, the material get a little bit softer, so sometimes it's better for the car setup like a new one, which is more strong. And I think probably it's the same on my side here, because I use, like you see, a pretty old one. It's not a new cutted body. But I've tried in practice a new one, and this was not working the same like this one. So I decided to use this one.
Okay. Now, just as a general sort of rule of thumb, you guys obviously have the two body posts in front. You have a 5th body post. This is for accessing the engine. It's for tuning the engine? No, it's for aerial. Yeah, okay. Engine cooling, and then you're allowed to cut out the side windows and the rear window up to a certain amount.
Yeah, that's right. The most important holes are the cooling holes for the engine, because in this class the engine is pretty much stressed. So you need to take care about the temperature. Yeah, this is the most important thing in these cuttings.
Now, we've seen a recent outgrowth of these little, I guess, like little rumble strips for the air. How does that, what sort of feeling do you get? Like, if those were removed, what sort of feeling would you get from the car?
To be honest, I think on this body you would not feel too much, but I think on the new one, which has those parts all around the front, probably you can feel something, because I think the airflow is getting I don't know how to say in English.
Disrupted.
Yeah, I think it's better for the airflow for the body. Also, this system is used in airplanes. So I think in the new one you can feel it probably. On this one it's maybe too a small area to feel it on the track.
All right, and just the last thing, do you have, I noticed there are some guys here who have like 4 or 5 different body shells on their pit table. How many did you bring, for example?
To be honest, I only bring this one because my experience is when I change the body shell, I also need to change the setup of the car. So on this race you don't have too much time to test everything. Like, for example, when I make one day with this body shell and on the other day with another body shell, in the end many times I have the same lap times in the end. So for me it's better to decide before which body shell you're gonna use and only work on the car, yes. So I in front of this race I decide to use this one because for me it's the most balanced one, and I decide to use and only set up the car for this body. Okay,
excellent. And what sort of effect do you get when you say move the body shell 2 or 3 millimeters forward or 2 or 3 millimeters backwards on the car?
Yeah, if you move the body forward, you probably get a little bit more steering in fast corners. Backwards, it's the opposite. But it's important to have the right balance. For example, I try in the practice forward one, which was a little bit too much for me because in the fast sweepers my car get a little bit loose in the rear. So I go backwards again and the car was better.
And do you ever mess with moving the wing backwards or forwards?
No, I keep the wing always in one position.
Much like choosing your body shell before you even come out to race.
Exactly, yes.
Great. Well, we're sort of waiting for a couple of the British guys to come out, but can you point us? Because apart from looking at the car body shell and seeing if there's a PROTOform decal on it, I'm not really sure exactly who is on this side of the pits. Who's a PROTOform sponsored driver? Can you point us in the direction of anyone else?
Andy Moore for sure is a PROTOform driver. Then Eric Dankel.
Ah, right. Okay. I'll see if does he speak English. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to Eric. Yeah. Great. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thanks a lot.
And good luck tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Let's go talk to Eric Dankel. Eric, can we talk to you, RCTV? All right, yeah, today on RCTV is, this is Eric Dankel, second place last year at last year's championships, is that correct? And you had a pretty strong run in it was a third run or fourth run today?
The fourth one, yes, was second behind Robert.
Just before we get to talking about body shells, because like I said, it's PROTOform Friday. What was the issue in your first couple of qualifying rounds?
Yeah, it was a little bit bad luck in the first qualifying. I mounted a wrong spur gear on the first gear, and the shift point was way too late, and I decided to go and see how fast I can go in this run. But the two-speed broke immediately, so I only make 6 laps. And in the second qualifying this morning, the pinion from the clutch broke. It just exploded and was away just after the warm-up time. So it was not possible for me to make one good run in the happy hour.
Oh, that's really bad luck. But you made it come good in the third round. And where are you qualified now?
I'm 11th right now, but it's pretty okay in the afternoon heat. The car was good, and I think for the semi-final tomorrow it should be okay.
All right, that's very good. Well, I mean, good to see you up there. I mean, after doing so well, obviously, it was a bit of controversy last year, but now you're back in it, and hopefully you can do well tomorrow. So again, we're talking about PROTOform body shells, and this is yours here. Yeah, right. So we're just talking to Robert. So this is the same body shell that Robert is using. Yeah, the SRS. This is the balanced version because they have a high downforce and a low downforce. Is that correct?
Yeah, I test also the new body shell from PROTOform, but I drive this body for almost 2 years now, and I'm so used to this, and I won't go back to any other body. It's very good in high speed and also in low speed corners. I prefer this.
Very good, very good. Now, what? I mean, this is not a loaded question at all, but what makes this body shell so much better than everything else? I mean, like, actual, can you point at any features on it that, like the splitter or the wing or the ripples on the back end on it that are just make it that much better than everything else that you've tried?
I think it's a combination from everything, because the front is very sharp, a lot of molds there, and I think the quality is also very good. So it's a very reliable body and easy to drive. Well balanced, of course. I really like it.
Okay. Great. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. We're going to see if we can chat up some other PROTOform drivers. Thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Eric Dankel. Okay. So let's see. I'm not sure that Andy or Kyle are back yet. So Kyle is back, sort of. He stopped. I know Kyle's car is in more pieces than Andy's. So Andy's back, sort of. Andy's enjoying
Hours are over.
All right. Well, again, we're talking about Protoform body shells.
Yep.
Now, the first thing, we just talked to Robert and Eric Dankel. They're running the exact same body shell, but the first striking difference is that you're actually running your race scheme on yours.
Yep. I don't know why they're not, but
So how many body shells do you bring to an event like this?
I actually only have one with race paint. If maybe I was a little bit more prepared for the nitro stuff, then I'd probably normally have a couple at least with race paint. But I have others that are just one color, just in case you have a problem in practice. But yeah, normally at least a couple. For the Worlds, probably 2 or 3, I'm sure.
Okay, cool. Now, presumably you like Robert get to test and try some of the body shells before they're actually put into production. What sort of aero mods, because it is all about aero, what sort of changes do you suggest to Dale Epp from Protoform to make to the body shell?
To be honest, I don't know about the other guys, but actually I'm not that involved. Yes, I'll get a body maybe a little bit before it gets released and I can try it, but the majority of the body shell's already been done, so I don't get that much of an input. Maybe the nitro guys do for the nitro bodies, I don't know. But
and now apparently there's a new body shell that's available, but it's not yet EFRA legal, or at least I'm not sure exactly. We got 2 kind of different answers from Robert and Eric, but that involves apparently there's some ripple thingies or whatever they are on the front end.
Ripple thingies, yeah, there are some ripple thingies. The VRS body, yeah. I'm actually also not too sure if it's EFRA legal or not.
Yeah, that's what Robert mentioned.
I thought it was, but again, I'm not really the nitro guy too much, so I'm not sure. I have one, but the SRS body seemed to be the body shell to use. So, but yeah, the VRS body it has some ridges or ripples or whatever you want to call them along the bonnet. So
now, have you? I mean, you do a lot of electric touring car racing. Is this the only body shell? I mean, I'm trying to just get to the point where to say, if these were removed, what sort of effect do you think you would get?
Honestly, no idea. That's my honest answer. I have no idea.
Okay, all right. Now, body tuning. Have you tried? Have you just stuck with one body and one position for all the body mounts, or do you try and move body shell forward and backwards or anything like that?
It does definitely make a difference for sure in electric and in nitro. This week, this body, my race body, is cut a tiny little bit further forward than my practice body, but not a massive difference. I know some of the other guys are putting more rake in the body, angling it down, or I don't know if they're angling down so much in the front or raising the rear. But I think that's likely to be at least more aggressive anyway when you turn in. I'm not sure if it's because it's giving more front downforce, or because when you angle the front and the rear end comes up, you obviously have to trim the rear of the wing down a little bit to clear all the technical inspection, all the scrutineering and stuff. So I haven't angled mine too much. It's maybe a little bit higher than I would normally run it, but normal for me, you know, I'm not really the nitro guy, so I only do a few races every couple of years. So
yeah. Well, no, I mean that's
quite normal for me like this.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, no, I mean adjusting the rake or the front, raising the rear end. That's something I hadn't actually heard of people doing, but it will severely affect the angle of attack of the windscreen and the grille.
It seems to, from some of the other guys who've tried it, it definitely makes quite a big difference. Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right. Thank you very much, Andy, and good luck tomorrow. Okay. All right. So. Yeah, so we're going to be cutting to another shot, I think, James. I could just barely hear you. But yeah, that's we're talking to several Protoform drivers here in the pits at the EFRA 1/10 IC 200mm European Championships here in Valencia, Spain. Thank you very much to Protoform. Again, if you want to win yourself a Protoform hoodie, check out the RC Racing TV Facebook group and answer the questions that James has posted on the Facebook page. All right. All right. Just barely.
Two minutes to open the track, 2 minutes. To open the track, 1 minute.
This would be good practice because it's an actual race. There's not many people. That's what I mean. There's very few people. So. But yeah, but I mean it's different than following a single car. So like I said yesterday, if you see like, okay, I know that guy's the leader and I know he's passing him and then he's crap, point or kick out.
The track is open.
Hello, everybody. We are just about to start the lower finals. This is the 1/128 final that is out on track. There are 5 drivers in it. Henrik Christensen, John Withington, Romain Mastiri, Rui Completo, and Matthew Dembreen, who we talked to yesterday, the young lad from UK. And people are getting checked in, and we are getting sorted out. So we hope you enjoyed that little bit of Protoform Friday. We weren't able to, just due to technical limitations, we weren't able to talk to everyone that we wanted to, but we did talk to a majority of the drivers that we wanted to have a chat with. These guys have about 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
This is a faster car.
It's no problem. Like, they're not in a hurry for it. They're going to 7:40
And 1.5 minutes left now. I'm going to swap to my sunglasses. I'm officially an old man. I have two different pairs of glasses. One for sunglasses and one for just being inside.
Did you say you're an old man?
I'm an old man.
Oh, fair enough. What, just for the viewers at home then, lower finals, we're doing bump up. So, which places bump up? Top 3.
Top 3, yes.
Top 3 bump up into the next lower finals, and we're going to see 4 lower finals this evening. This evening. We're going to see 128th A and B. We're going to see 164th A and B. Each, unless Frank tells me otherwise, each with 3 top places bump up into the next round. So the 128th B, top 3 bump up into 128th A, so on and so forth.
That is correct.
Is it defined as a Christmas tree, Frank?
Yeah. It's hard to describe it in words. It's easier.
Okay, describe it through the medium of music then. or dance. You could dance around the rostrum if you like. Right.
Yeah.
Who have we got going out on the track?
I already named
Frank.
him.
Excellent, thank you. Got the live timings now on the screen. 20-minute final. 5 people in this race. So only 2 people from this will not bump up.
Well, that's what I assume. Because
Never assume,
5.
Frank.
That's what I guess.
Oh, of course, we've got the good old-fashioned nitro start now.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna follow. Just stay as wide as you can on the front group. Alex Thurston. Whoa. It's just, there's no beep or anything. It's just go. So, Poleman has lost out, and he's now in 3rd. So I don't have any printouts.
No, there were no printouts available.
I was just going to say, if you can, while I'm doing this, whenever you finish doing whatever you're doing, just take a few minutes and get the printout. Because we don't even know what the final qualifying is. I can do all that. Okay, so yeah, we're just getting situated. Oh, stop the race, stop the race.
Why? What's happening?
What is happening? I don't know. False start. Everyone come into pit.
Refuel.
Why are they still going around the track? Why are you going on the main straight? Why would you do that? Just go to the pits. I do not know what is happening. So once again, drivers in this race are Henrik Christensen, John Withington, Roman Mastiri, Rui Completo, and Matthew Dambreen. We're going to spend plenty of time following all the drivers because we've got 20 minutes with them. So technically we could spend 4 minutes on each one driving, but we are again going to follow the first 2 or 3 cars. And now that we know how the start will be handled and where they're starting from,
here we go.
there we go. We have a horn. That's why they restarted, I'm sure.
Why is that?
Because they were expecting an air horn, and it was just go. And that's why the number 1 car lost out 2 positions. So let's stick with that battle in the front. Matthew Dambreen in the back with the Star Wars body. He's quickly falling off the back of the car. Number 3 goes wide and coming out of the VRC Pro chicane. Car 1 of Henrik, he's doing pretty good. Not going, went a little wide there, lost. Oh, he's slid out, and he's allowed the 2nd place car of John Withington.
Car slid out as well there, Frank.
So it's John Withington in front, followed by Henrik Carson. Let's stick with that lead battle, because it is going to be the leaders that are going to be, well, not only deciding the pace of this race, but they're going to be bumping up into the 164th final, which is coming up in about an hour's time. So it looks like John is able to withstand the pressure just a bit more than Henrik. The car number 3 is Roman Mastiri. He's maintaining the gap, and actually it looks like Henrik has made another mistake coming out onto the through the RC timing turn, as they're all 3 of them now in frame and going through the VRC Pro chicane. First turn through the TV timing turns, then the Protoform P. Oh, Henrik getting a bit squirrely there. He's going to be letting third place Roman get past him if he's not careful. I think it's just nerves, though. The first few laps, nerves. Oop. John getting a bit going on the curb. Oh, no. Now they're all together. This is, they're not quite as wild as the buggy racers because they're only dealing in 2 dimensions, I suppose. But, yeah, Henrik and John, or John and Henrik, I should say. John, Henrik, and Roman. Oh, and a bit of a pass.
Oh.
Touring car bump. Okay, that puts Henrik way back. He's now in 4th place behind number 4 car of Rui Completo. So when they come around again, Henrik is going to be in 4th place on the computers. But we're sticking with this lead battle as Roman is not able to make up any time on John. Oh, no, sorry, it's John in 2nd. I missed that. I'm sure Stu caught it as they're coming through the the RC timing sweeper down the main straight, doing about 97 kilometers an hour. Not quite as fast as the fastest guys. The track temperature is going down. It's 44 degrees now. The sun is on the track as Roman he's making some good pace now against John. Let's drop back to the battle for 3rd here, Stu, coming through PROTOform P. It looks like Henrik is going to be getting 3rd place back from Rui. Yep, and there we go. We got the pass as they come around the EFRA hairpin and across the finish line through the VRC Pro chicane. Let's stick with Henrik, that car number 1. Very nice looking car. So we are 16.5 minutes remaining. That means there's 3.5 minutes gone in this run. So in another couple of minutes or so, probably less than that, we're going to start seeing the fuel stops, which is always ripe for some drama. Which, you know, to be fair, individually, we don't want any of these drivers to have drama. But collectively, we want lots and lots of drama, don't we, James?
Yeah, we like drama.
Some good old drama on the track. And I'm sure Henrik is going to want to get John back to that little TC door-to-door bump that Henrik received going into the VRC Pro chicane. Oh, he slid out. That's not going to help his time. He's probably lost about a second there. So let's see, while everyone's spread out, let's look at the timing computer on my RCM. Thanks to RC Timing. And we're on the 12th lap with Roman leading. John Whittington in 2nd place. Henrik Carson, the car number 1 pole man from Denmark.
We've got one pitting now, Frank.
Oh, we got a pit. And he's already out.
He's already out.
That is quick. I love these fuel guns. They never had these things when I was racing.
And again, someone pits in.
There we go. Lots and lots of fuel stops. Alex Surson there wearing his shoes. And a little bit of a drippy pit, but he's out.
Almost bang on the 5 minutes as you predicted there, Frank.
Yeah, so at about the 10-minute mark.
What's going on in the pit lane here?
At about the 10-minute mark, we're going to see the next group. That's Matthew Dembreen, the very young lad from the UK with his Star Wars body. And there goes Henrik in the position 1. So we're going to let, I think everyone has come through. I think Henrik has made up a lot of time on, is that Roman? Is that, no, that's John Whittington. Ooh, we might get some drama here now. Let's follow this battle. Let's see if Henrik is able to make up some space on John and see if he can get his own back. Ooh, nice tight line there. Look at, Henrik is hunting him down. Look at the space that he's made up there. And coming through the sweeper into the EFRA hairpin. John not maintaining quite as tight a line. Henrik running the sort of line that I like to do, just straight over the curbs. And he's, oh, let's see if John is able to hold him off or if he makes a mistake himself. No, nice and neat through the sweeper and around the EFRA hairpin. Looks like once John is settled down, he's able to pull away just a tiny bit. Of course, there's no referee. Well, there is a referee if there's any blatant bad driving. or dangerous driving. And Matthew Dambreen, he's going to need to make sure that he gives these guys plenty of room, and he does. Very good job, Matthew. He knows his racecraft. But now these guys are even closer, and John makes a mistake going over the curb, and Henrik goes wide, trying to get around, coming out of the VRC Pro Chicane, now into the Protoform P. So that was a bit of a mistake from John, so he can be shaken. And I'm sure Henrik is going to want to know if he can be stirred now. Did you get that? Did you get that? The shaken and stirred.
Well done.
James concentrating on the very quick cuts. Oh, very tight, very tight. Henrik loving those tight lines.
Whoa.
Oh, let's see that. No extra power down the straight, even power. That will be very interesting seeing those guys. 88 kilometers an hour only for these guys. Oh, that was a good attempt, but a little bit too far. He didn't brake enough. I don't think he broke at all, or braked at all. Now he's going to have all that time to make up, almost a full straight now. But if he can cut those tight lines again, let's follow the car number 1 still, Stu, and I'm sure you're already on him. I'm not watching the screen. I'm watching where you're just pointing. So if Henrik is able to maintain or continue doing, he's getting a bit wild now. He's not maintaining those tight apexes that I was so admiring earlier. He's not making up much time. Let's see. Last time around for John was 21 laps, 21 seconds, 21.6. 21.1 for John, 21.6 for Henrik. Matthew has stopped. What's gone wrong with Matthew? Is he just being slow, or has he stopped? I think he has stopped. He's in the pits. His dad's working on the car, trying to get him to...
Can't quite see that in the pit cam, nevertheless.
No, they're at the very, very far, the opposite, complete far opposite end of the pits. But yeah, we're a little bit blocked by the screen, the weatherproofing that protects the monitors. Looks like we're getting ready for another round of pit stops. We had some shouting coming from the Portuguese contingent. My buddy Alfonso, who treated my knee in Portugal. That's a story for another time and place. There you go, the car 3 and the car 4 coming in. That's Roman, the leader. And no, Henrik goes on. That's John Withington getting a pit stop. So let's follow John. Well, those are the Irish colors. So I wonder if he's Irish running under a BRCA license. Let's see if Henrik comes in for a pit now. But we'll stick with John. Is Henrik coming? No, he's not. 2 more laps than John. But we're continuing to follow the car number 2 of John, who briefly held the lead. He's presently behind the number 4 car, but ahead on the ahead on timing, I should say. The leader coming through VRC Pro now. Henrik, is he pitting? He is pitting. Okay, here we go. Let's follow this. Let's see how quick this goes. And an engine tune. So a slow pit stop, but only because of an engine tune. And let me tell you, those very long, thin screwdrivers are very hard to get onto the needle valves when you're in a rush. It's bad enough trying to get a fuel bottle into the fuel tank without getting it all over your electronics. So we're on Henrik now, the car number 1. Running a little ragged, I think. So, well, we'll let him complete another lap because that would have been a long lap for him with the pit stop. Well, let's see how long that pit stop was. It was, Henrik had a 31-second lap. Let's see what his lap time is now. 21.4. So about 10 seconds, 9 seconds. I was falling backwards there, and I would have rather fallen backwards instead of grabbing the rail because I would have shocked myself, I'm sure. Been shocking myself all day. Quite shocking. So we're following Henrik. So of course in the next race is going to feature, I believe it's going to feature 5 or 6 cars as well. We don't have any printouts. but because this this B race, the 1/128th B has 5 racers, we're going to make an intelligent assumption that there's also 5 or 6 racers in the next race, which is the 128A.
Has Matthew Dambreen retired?
He's come into the...
Looks like he's 15 laps down at the moment.
Yeah. His dad is still in the pits. He's not out on track. It looks like, is there? Yeah, he's standing there on the platform with his radio down.
Not looking hopeful. That's a shame
No,
for the youngster.
I think his dad and John Russell, the UK team manager, have already turned in his car for technical inspection, which I'm sure it will pass with flying colours.
So that leaves only one person that won't bump up into the
yes
128th A.
If we're going with our assumption that the top 3, even in a 5-car race, will bump up.
At the moment, that's looking like Completo. 41 seconds behind first place. Who should we follow, Frank?
Well, let's follow the leader, Roman Masteri, car number 3.
Where is he on the track at the moment?
I will look out on the track and tell you. He's coming through VRC Pro chicane. And he's closing down on the car 4 of Portuguese racer Rui Completo.
With these cars going so fast and not being able to see the numbers, it might be good to shout out some of the colours when we're talking about these drivers, because I'm certainly struggling. I don't know about the viewers at home.
Yeah. Well, that's another... Is that a pit stop for Roman? We also have Henrik is slowly catching up to... Yes, now he's really catching up because John Withington made a mistake. They're coming under the straight now. So we've got the Irish color orange, white, and green car of John Withington. Going through the kink and over the finish line. Being followed. He's getting closer and closer. Henrik Christensen is getting closer and closer to John, as Rui needs to let them pass with the minimum of fuss. And there he goes. It's okay. The gap does... Oh, okay. Pit for John. Alex is pitting for him.
Oh, slide around the hairpin.
Yeah, the philosophy. Well, I mean, Henrik is going to lose some seconds in the pits as well, so we assume that's going to be about the same amount of time. But I think he can go on a longer fuel stop. So I think Henrik's just gone past the first time. Last time for the second round of pit stops, they did. He did 2 laps further, so Henrik might be able to do 3 laps further this time around. For this round of pit stops. There's only 5 minutes left in the race. See, Henrik is pitting now. Henrik's pitting now. So let's stick with him. And he's come out ahead of John. So you can see there on the screen, he's got a good distance ahead of John now. It's a full straight. How did that happen? Well, that's pit strategy for you. He ran long in the middle stints. And looks like he's running a normal stint this time. 4.5 minutes, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go now. John must be wondering, all right, well, I guess I'm going to have to catch him on the track now. Not in the pits. So let's see what the order is after that round of pit stops. So we've got Roman Masteri in the lead, car number 3. Henrik Christensen, car number 1. He's second place. John Withington, third. And Rui Completo, fourth. With, unfortunately, Matthew Dambreen, the young British lad, had to pull off the track with an unknown situation. So it looks like Henrik's lead is getting longer and longer now. And let's follow the white and green car. He's about to come through VRC Pro chicane now.
White and green car of
Roman Mystery. I was getting there. He's our leader. Got 3.5 minutes to go. So I don't think John is going to be able to catch Henrik. And we gave those guys lots of screen time in this 20-minute final. This is the air temperature thing is working now, but it says 35 degrees, which I'm not sure I quite believe. So Roman Mystery from France is being followed, well, not exactly followed. He's almost a full lap ahead of Henrik, who's in second place, and John Withington in third. So we're going to give, we followed there was quite a good battle between Henrik and John in the early part of the race, accentuated by the TC door-to-door bump coming into the VRC Pro chicane by John onto Henrik, which put Henrik on the grass. But Henrik was able to catch up, not only in the pits, but also on the track. Henrik caught up on the track within about 5 or 10 laps. Wasn't able to put a pass on him. Roman's coming into the pits now. A very late pit. Splash and dash, 2 minutes to go. He's way ahead in front. No danger. I think this is just a safety pit to make sure that he's got enough fuel to make it to the end. Alex Thurston shouting at John. John's going in for a pit. So it's going to be a splash and dash for everybody. Even Rui Completo's, his pit man Alfonso's getting ready for a pit stop. Let's see if Henrik's crew, I don't think they're going to be ready. Or I don't think they need to get ready. They pitted him at about 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Rui's coming in. The red car 4. It's funny how when you see these cars up close, it's red, white, orange, there's splashes of blue. But out there on the track, oh no, it's just red. So let's get back on Roman. He's about to lap John at the end of this straight and going into the sweeper. John's going to have to make sure he give him room. There's no need to battle him. There's 1 minute left. John, you're going to have to let Roman by. It's not a battle. You're being lapped, sir. And yeah, Roman wants to get past. He's a very tight line. It's not like he's holding back. John, let him pass. There you go. Good job. But listen to the referees. So we're on 30 seconds left. We're going to get about 55 laps out of this race from Roman. And it looks like Henrik is going to be the only one who's not going to be lapped. Well, yep, he's going to finish on the same number of laps, possibly 1 lap down just because of the separation in time. And Henrik will finish. He'll get 1 more lap. That's it. Finish the lap you're on, everyone. And this is the 1/128A. Sorry, 1/128B.
Done.
With the winner, Roman Mystery. Henrik Christensen is going to come across in second with 55 laps. John Withington in third with car number 2 with 54 laps. And Rui Completo finishing with 52 laps. So it was good. We've got, I'm sure we're going to have, like I said, approximately the same number of cars in the next race, which is the 1/128A.
In 5 minutes' time.
Yeah, moving things along swiftly here. Everyone's already getting set up and ready for their race. Oh, we got Javier here. So we're just wanting to make sure we're giving the correct information. The top 3 drivers from all the finals bump up.
Yes.
So even from there.
Until semifinal.
Yeah, yeah.
The first 2 drivers.
Yeah. Okay. So top 3 drivers. Yes. So Roman, Henrik, and John are all bumping up into the next race, the 164th B, and so they'll want to get the car cleaned off get everything set up again, and hope that they again get into the top 3. But as we saw last week in Germany, James, that can be pretty tough to bump up and bump up and bump.
Yeah, there was a few drivers last week bumped a few. Can't get my words out. Bumped up through a few of the rounds. There we go. Bit of a tongue twister. But yeah, I don't think it's possible. But I don't think anyone last week bumped up ultimately all the way through. But it can be done.
No, there were a couple of drivers that we were hoping. Well, for their sake, we were hoping, and for the drama's sake and the viewers' sake, we were hoping. But yeah, it is extremely difficult. But if those 3 drivers, if any one of them, and the top 3 drivers, of course, in this race as well. There's 6 drivers in this race, by the way. If any of the top 3 drivers in this race and the last race are able to bump up and then bump up out of the 64th final, which is coming up after at about what?
I've just got the
6:30
drivers for the 128A on the screen, Frank.
Yep.
If you want to run through those.
Okay, we'll do. But yeah, if they're able to bump up out of the 164th, then they've got all night to rebuild their cars for the 132nd. So, in this race, we have Franco Villarino from Portugal, Ole Werner Miren from Norway, Massimo Loreto, our singular driver from Monte Carlo, Hugo Mendes from Portugal, Andre Concalves from Portugal, and Isidro Sabater Alagarda from Spain. So this is a Portuguese, I don't want to say man of war, but there's a lot of Portuguese drivers in this race.
That was such a bad joke.
It wasn't even a joke. I just couldn't help but think of anything but man of war because of the jellyfish thingy.
So I was just looking at Frank out the corner of my eyes.
No, you look
shaking my head.
both your eyes. Both your eyes look at me. You want to get the printout for tomorrow? We don't even know what the qualifying is. Wow. Yeah, but they'll have the 7 drivers moving, and we don't know who's in what spinning. This is all unofficial. This is all unofficial. Just so we can announce it at least. All right, so we're watching the driver, well, the cars and mechanics for the 128A final here at the EFRA 1/10 IC 200 millimeter European Championship here in Villarreal, Valencia, Spain. We're on the east coast of Spain. Glorious sunshine now. We did have some rain earlier today. These guys are going out to warm up. They are not racing just yet, but they're warming up. Got 3 minutes to warm up. 6 cars out there. Oh, and already a crash. What was that about? There was a corner coming. You should have braked. Wow. Okay. So this bodes well for some action, doesn't it, Stu? Let's see. What does today's hat say? What is that? DTA posse with a frowny face. Why? What is DTA? Is it something family friendly?
I guess. I don't know. Just a brand.
Oh, right. Okay. It's a brand of some sort. A brand of. Well, we like to keep things light here of happy times. So. But yeah, DTA posse, frowny face. So, I have already announced everyone. So we've got about a minute and a half of warm-up remaining. Track temperature, I will say when it flashes up on the little information board, which is a nice little LED scrolling thing at the top of the officials box. Now it says air temperature 35 degrees. I'm not quite sure I believe that. Our apps all day have been saying otherwise. Humidity 38%. That's as low as it's been all day. It was about almost 60% when it rained earlier. 1 minute remaining in the warm-up, so they're going to start coming to the pits. Track temperature, which is what I was looking for, is 43 degrees apparently. So it's starting to cool down on the track. The angle of the sun's rays is getting more and more acute. And we will...
Seconds to start. All cars to the lane.
Right, okay. I have printouts. So I won't have to turn away necessarily to say who is hitting who in this race. So...
Who is hitting who?
Well, yeah, as soon as it came out of the pits, someone rammed into the back of someone else.
Ah, good point. I thought you said hitting. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, car number 1, Villarino. Car number 2, Werner Merlin. Car number 3, Loreto, Mendez, Goncalves, and Sabater Alagarda. So we're going to follow the lead cars. Rev them up, and then set them down. And they are off and going. Oh, good start from number 3. Well, no, I thought that was number 4. So they're off in number order. Car number 4 all over the back of number 3. That's car number 4 of Mendez all over the back of Loreto from Monte Carlo. But we're just going to stick, well, they're all bunched up together still at the moment. Car number 2 of Werner from Norway. Okay, that was almost, it was a crash from the car number 4 of Mendez. So he's going to have some time to make up. Let's stick with the first 2 cars. Looks like they're pulling away from Loreto. Or maybe not. He went wide there a bit. This is the 1/128A final. And these guys are all hoping to bump up the top 3 drivers in this group. Okay, let's watch that battle for second. Looks like it's getting very, very tight between Werner and Loreto. Werner in the car 2. That's the greeny car that's out in front. Sorry, no, that's the... Car 2 is now in 3rd place. Car 2 is that orange and blue. So, yeah, Loreto made the pass as I was looking down at my notes. And he is on the hunt for that first position. Oh, he goes wide in the sweeper. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So as they come across the finish line and into the VRC Pro chicane. Car number 3, Loreto, getting chased down now by the car number 2 of Werner. Villarino still out in front as they come through the EFRA hairpin. A very important corner, that one. Through the kink, and then around the finish line, the VRC Pro corner. This is the PROTOform P because it's vaguely shaped like a P. They're one of our primary sponsors this weekend, along with VRC Pro. That's why they've got a chicane named after them. A very major corner, it turns out. So we're sticking with that lead battle. Oh no, sorry, that's lap traffic already. The car number 6 of Sabater. That blue car. He's moving aside, move aside. There you go. So that second place battle between 3 and 2 is the current running order. That's Loreto and Werner. Oh, the leader's gone off at the end of the sweeper, and he's in 3rd place. So now it's a very tight, but oh, he's already passed. He's back into 2nd already as they come across the finish line and into the VRC Pro chicane. And that's a cut. That is a cut. Oh, has he been called up by the referee? I heard something over the speaker. Maybe that was a warning. But that was definitely turning in about 10 miles too early to go over the grass. But there is no stop and go. Nope. So, yep, letting things carry on as they are. And that the running order presently is Loreto, Villarino, and Werner. Werner, the TQ, the meat in this car. Oh, and the leader, Loreto, goes off this sweeper now. He's going to have a task to catch up with these guys. Now it's the leader, is the TQ man, Villarino. So we are approaching the pit stop time. So we're about 3.5 minutes down. In about a minute, all these cars are going to be coming in. If they're tuned right, and these guys have multiple engine tuners, at hand from the various countrymen that they have in their pit area. The gap's getting a bit bigger between Villarino and Werner. If they're tuned right, they can do about 5.5 minutes. But some drivers like to play it really, really safe and come in at 4.5 minutes or 4:45 or whatever. So we'll see what sort of tactic. We did see a pass in the pits. Actually, it wasn't even in the pits. It was more of a pit strategy. The TQ car of the 1/128B final, Henrik Christensen, he fell off the track a bit. Thanks to some touring car action. Here we go. There's a TQ man coming into the pits. That's Villarino. He's being refueled by Alfonso, and he's back out in third place behind the number 3 car of Loreto from Monte Carlo. As one of the lower ranked cars goes out, the car 4 of Mendez. Car 2 is leading the race at the moment, and he's been let pass by car 6 of Sabater. And then he's going to be caught up very quickly by Loreto and Villarino. So let's see who comes in next for the pits. Car 2's coming in. That's Werner. Werner's getting some pit action. And here's car 3. It's a race in the pits. Slower pit stop for car 3. Loreto's lost a little bit of time there. Not a huge amount, but at least about a second. Let's see what the gap was between 2 and 3. I don't know. It's hard to tell from this. 21.9, 21.7. 28, 28. So almost identical lap times, actually. So, yeah. Oh, a little slide out by Loreto coming onto the straight. So he's lost a bit of time. So let's see. Has everyone come in for their pit? I believe so, because we're now on 6 minutes into the race. So the order is 1, 2, 3, once again. So that is Villarino, Werner, Loreto, and then we've got Mendez, and then the only swap we've had so far is Sabater and Goncalves, who actually didn't start the race. I missed that. It's unfortunate. You always want to make the final, and if you make the final, you always want to win it. So there's actually 5 cars out there. We've been watching quite an exciting battle, actually, between the top 3 cars. Looks like someone else is actually getting ready for a pit. It's okay, you don't have to break away, Stu. It's just the number 6 car of Sabater. Let's find the number 1 car, Villarino. Yeah, as he's going through the timing turn. And the Protoform P, he's not too far. He's not that far ahead of Werner. It's less than a straight.
Is car number 6 all right there, Frank? He came very out the pits very slow.
Well, he's already lapped 3 times, so.
Yeah, but not that slow.
I wasn't watching, to be honest. I was watching the brewing battle between the first and second place. So it seems the sweeper is a danger spot for this particular group of drivers. 2 of the top 3 have crashed out in the sweeper at the end of the main straight. These guys are doing close to 60 miles an hour. It's about 94, 95 kilometers an hour at the end of the straight. And I think the gap is just slightly shrinking between the number 1 and number 2 car. Yeah, Werner made up 0.3 of a second that last time. Let's see what the gap is now. Oh, Werner made a mistake that I missed. So it's a 22-second lap compared to a 21-second lap. So let's try and get our bearings now before the next round of pit stops. So presently, the order is Villarino, he's on pace for a 56-lap run. Werner then, Ole, Werner, Murin, and then Massimo Loreto from Monte Carlo. Mendez Sabater, and then Goncalves actually didn't start, which is really unfortunate for the Portuguese driver. So 2 of these drivers are going to be missing out on bumping up into the 164th A. All of the A drivers bump up into A, and the B drivers bump up into the relevant Bs. I think possibly we might be having a growing battle here between Loreto and Werner, because Werner's been making a series of mistakes, and now it's Loreto catching up Werner. So, yeah, we're following Werner, the car number 2, as the leader is just pitted. So let's stay on car 2. Let's stay on car 2, coming around to onto the main straight now. He just made another mistake. So let's see if he pits and if he's able to hold off. I don't think he's got a pit gap, a gap on the. He's making loads of mistakes. He's going wide and squaring off the corners, and Loreto's almost on his back bumper now. I bet these guys are going to come in on the same lap again, make it very interesting for us. So you can see visibly the gap is shrinking, like one of those foam dinosaurs that drop into the bath and it grows, but you know, it's the opposite. You know what I mean, right, James?
I know what you mean.
So we've got the car number 1, Villarino. If I were him, and I'm not, so he's probably just punching it, I would just hang back and let these guys pit. And there we go, a pass for the lead. Probably on an in-lap. Yes, there's someone. Yes, car number 2, Werner has pitted. And he's out once again. So now the battle for the lead. Let's follow the lead car on the straight now, because he's about to come in for a pit. He's inherited the lead. Still making lots of mistakes. And he comes in for a pit. So let's see where he comes out. Villarino's back out in the lead. Oh, a massive mistake for the car number 2 of Werner. 2 mistakes in a row going into the V. The VRC V on the start-finish straight. And a big clank of metal as the car 4 hits the pit wall. But so that means those 2 mistakes in a row means that Werner has lost his 2nd place. So as we're shaking out after that round of pit stops, we've now got the 1 car of Villarino, the 3 car of Loreto is now in 2nd place, and the 2 car of Werner is in 3rd. At this point, though, it doesn't really mean anything, because the battle is between these 3 guys. They're all going to bump up if they stay in the top 3, as long as they don't fall off the track. Although the car number 4 of Mendez, if he passes anybody, and I don't think he will, because this car sounds horrible. It sounds absolutely terrible. I think the clutch is just going on that thing. It's just making a. He's doing 95 on the straight, but then he slides out. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be catching anybody. He will end up being a lap behind. So sorry for that little tangent, but it is a danger point. I think he's just staying out on the track and hoping he can pick up the pieces of any wrecks that are coming. So that's the car number 1 makes a mistake, and then the car number 3 makes a mistake. That's Villarino and Loreto following each other. This is the battle for the lead. And once again, these guys, if they just hold position, they will bump up. But the racers, someone has to win, and it may as well be me, right? Oh, a big mistake by Werner. No, Villarino, as it goes onto the grass again. Oh, no. So he gives up the lead. So let's follow the car number 1 and see if he decides to really put the hammer down. We got 7.5 minutes remaining in this. So in about any time in the next 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 4 minutes, these guys are going to be coming in for pits, their last pit of the 20-minute 1/128A final. So it could still just be all up in the air. Because anything can happen in the pits. They could flame out. Fuel could just go everywhere. So let's see. Now that he's under pressure, or he's trying to apply the pressure himself. Villarino is able to put down some pretty good lap times, at least mostly. I think, ooh, Werner's just made a mistake. God, that car 4. These guys are about to lap the car 4, who would inherit any, oh, the second place is coming for a pit. That's a very short stint. But it's okay. He's still second or third. Ooh. Yeah, we just missed it off camera, but yeah, after passing that 4 car, there was a nice jump of a burn by the 3 car of Loreto. So the car 1 of Villarino has pitted, but no one else has. No one else has made their 3rd pit stop. Oh, upside down! Upside down. He's upside down.
He's upside down.
That's the car 3 of Loreto. He's still safe though. Car 1 of Villarino's behind him still, so he's still in the lead. Amazingly, but a much shorter lead now. The car 2 of Werner is literally on the opposite side of the track from these guys. He's in no danger of being lapped yet. He's just lapped the number 4 car. Number 4 car with the most hurting sounding clutch I've ever heard on a nitro car. Apart from it being actually frozen to the inside of the clutch bell and just full spinning all the time. So 5 minutes remaining. The running order is Loreto, Villarino, and Werner. So
Let's not forget Mendez and Sabater as well.
Yeah, Mendez is the one with the very hurting car, the terrible sounding clutch.
He's still managing to hold 4th.
Yeah. But like I said, I think that's primarily, if it wasn't an actual race, he would have pulled it off by now, because he's just holding out hope that someone else is going to, one of the top 3 is going to crash out as he's being lapped again by the number 3 car. So we're following the number 1 car, who's now in the lead. He took an early pit stop. I think he's going to have a splash and go with about 1.5 minutes remaining, maybe. I haven't been writing down the times, but I see Alfonso out there with a fuel gun. So yes, there's going to be another pit stop for Villarino. Franco Villarino from Portugal. So it's, I think, Alfonso's not squatting down yet. I think another lap or so. Villarino's way out in front with the number 3 car of Loreto about more than a full straight behind him now. As one of the lap cars goes upside down. Everything is clear now, so yes. Oh, and he still collects a car. That was the number 3, but it's okay. There's no one else behind him. It's a bit of shouting going on in the pit lane. So let's see if the number 1 car is going to be pitting anytime soon. No, the car 5 car is coming to the pits for a stop, it looks like. Here comes the number 1. Villarino getting pitted. And he's out. He had a, oh, now it's very close. Okay, so this is a battle for the lead. Let's stick with these guys. 1 and 3. That's Villarino and Loreto. Portugal versus Monte Carlo. I think in terms of numbers, Portugal would have it. In terms of wealth, Monte Carlo would have it. But on the track, it's down to just these 2 guys. Franco and Massimo. And it looks like Franco has definitely got the measure of Massimo. It's pulling away on the straight, pulling away on the infield. So more lap traffic. This could make things interesting if the number 6 car doesn't pull over properly. And he's not pulling over. Oh, and he hit the leader. He took the leader out.
What?
Oh no, that's not good. So that took out Franco Villarino. It is okay though, because Villarino will still bump up, but it is a matter of placement on the track. So in the next race, position 8, if it finishes now, there's about a minute 20 left. If it finished now, Massimo would have position 8, and Franco Villarino would have position 9. So it's always better to have one position ahead. So it's not just a matter of pride, although, you know, these guys are racers and they want to finish ahead of everyone else, which is fine, but you got to drive smart, and it looks like Villarino is able to. He's not, I haven't seen him actually make a single mistake yet trying to push to catch up to Loreto, but he is catching up to Loreto, so I mean, there's no doubting that. 45 seconds left to go, 40 seconds now. So this is the car 3 of Massimo Loreto, slowly being reeled in by the car number 1, the TQ man in this race of Franco Villarino. And let's see if he tries to force a pass just to get that one extra position on the grid. Oh, almost. Very good. One more lap. One more lap. This is the last lap for these guys. Let's stay with these guys until the end of the race. Oh, a little squirrely there from Loreto. Oh, it's the same car again, I think. Oh, very close. That's almost threading the needle. Okay, and there we go. That's a checker flag. So the finishing order is car number 3 of Loreto, the car number 1 of Villarino, and then Werner. And then we've got Mendez, Sabater, and Goncalves did not start the race. So, thrilling times. I'm going to have a drink. Not a drink, just some diet cola here.
Yeah, save that for later, Frank. The drink, not the cola. You can have the cola now, that's fine.
Good, I was already drinking it. Okay, so next up, we have got a 10-car final. Can you hold yourself back? It's impossible to hold yourself back.
It's going to be carnage.
But we do have a printout. So let me talk about the semis very quickly before I talk about the drivers in this next race. As we discussed, okay, so no surprises from my unofficial listing earlier. In the semifinal A, we've got Robert Pietsch, Mazzio, Balestri, Grosskamp, Heckler, Dankel, and Arnold. Arnold doing really well with one run. Same thing with Dankel. He did even better. One run and he's in there in the semi. Semifinal B, Greiner, Kurzbuch, Wisniewski, Lino, Wilk, Totman, and Hagberg. In the quarterfinals, these are the guys who did almost but not quite as good. Fernandez Escandon, Pastor Sanchez, Andy Moore, Coelho, French Codina, Bertin, and Lissau. And the semifinal, or the quarterfinal B is Teroni, Schaefer, Radaelli, Alp, Lopez, Nar, and Revert. Those guys will be racing, the quarterfinals will be racing tomorrow at 1 p.m. local time and 1:30 p.m. local time. That's 12 and 12:30 tomorrow. The semis, which is the first 2 groups of names I read out, they will be on at 2 p.m., 1 p.m. UK time, and 2:30 local, 1:30 UK time. With the final to come at 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. UK time. So, the next race is the 164th Final B. The 164th B, which features Rasmus B. Nielsen, Miguel Pucobelda, Klaus Ryeskov, Yori Valkola, Christian Lopez Lopez, Dominic Mukniak. Gonna have to be careful because I'm slaughtering that poor guy's name. Teddy Vandal, Roman Mestiri, bumped up from the first race that we watched, Henrik Christensen and John Withington. So Withington and Christensen, a little bit of finals, what should we call it? A story, a backstory there. But now there are 10 cars. So as you can see from the not yet, but when we go to the main camera, you'll see the what do we call it? The barrier on the main straight has been removed. There we go. Yes. The barrier that creates
they're not
the
starting
first
from
part.
the side now. I'm confused.
No, well, they'll be starting from the same angled pits that we had the last few races, but it goes all the way down to 10 now, from 1 to 10. Previously, we only had 6. James has to look at the track to fully understand. Alex Sersing keeping busy, wearing his shoes and pitting for UK racers. So everyone getting running. We've got about 2 minutes before the, I think it's about 2 minutes before the race starts, or before the warm-up period starts. About 3 minutes to warm up, then they come into the pits, get fueled up, and then the mechanics take the cars out to the grid positions, let the cars go for the start, and then come back to the pit lane. Oh, Alex, of course, he's pitting for John Withington. Martin Lissau pitting for Henrik Christensen. So you can see these guys are, even though they've qualified much higher, and they could go home if they wanted, but they're sticking around to help the countrymen. It's always good to see. Cars are getting fueled up, tuned. And we've got less than a minute to go before the start of the warm-up. There we go. Track's open now. Everyone's going out. You have some new paint schemes out there. I see. Well, I don't recognize that car number 6. Got a splatter of splatters, plural, a black and a bright orange body. So, yeah, we have quite a tough time reading the numbers as the cars go around the finish line hairpin.
There's quite a tough time reading any numbers at the moment because thanks to the setting Spanish sun, it's playing havoc with our cameras. Everything, the contrast is wrong on everything apart from the main camera.
Oh, Withington involved in a flippy over it. Car's okay though.
Just a quick reminder to all those who haven't, don't forget we've got the PROTOform competition on at the moment. Head over to the Facebook page for details on how you can enter. 2 very easy questions. One requires a bit of work. Looking on the PROTOform website and wants a tiebreaker question, and you could win yourself a PROTOform hoodie. Thanks to PROTOform for sponsoring us at the event. Also to VRC Pro, the makers, designers, manufacturers of the RC racing simulator. And thank you to EFRA EFRA.ws, who without them we wouldn't be here. They are the organisers. That's why we're all here. Sorry for the stuttering during that announcement. I was being attacked by a fly. I can confirm the fly is gone. Now it's on my leg.
I know, once one sticks around you, it seems to want to stick around for about a minute. And then another one comes before that one goes.
Tag team. We're being tag teamed by flies.
Yeah. All right, so 1 minute before the start of the race. They're already coming in for the final pit stop, and then...
if there's 1 minute, I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Yep.
When they were coming out the pits, the drivers are giving it the ving, 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 ving all the way out the pits. What are they doing? Does that not just demolish the tyres?
Presumably it warms up the tires.
Presumably. Did your voice just go there? Tyre warming purposes. That's it. That's all I wanted to know. 10 seconds.
That's what I would think. I mean, I don't think there's any real reason to.
Okay.
They're foam tires. They don't really get hot.
No problem.
They're not rubber. All right, so the final cars are coming into the pit. Okay, so
I need to go and fix the camera, Frank.
all right, no worries. So this is the first time that we're actually showing, well, we had a car 6 in the last race, but now we've got 7, 8, 9, and 0, starting way down there. You can see Martin Lissau, he's got a car number 9 in the little kink on the, that sticks out. Okay, so we're about to go. Jose has started to release them. Where's car 5? Oh, okay. The mechanic is doing a final top-up. There we go. Release the cars. And they're off. So, very close. Almost car number 2. Pukal almost losing his position there. So it's very tight for second, third, fourth. First is off. Got a nice big gap behind him. That's Nielsen. Battle for third between Ryskov and Valkova. And they very quickly put that VRC Pro V chicane back. Car number 7 has made a stonking start. That's Teddy Vandal. He's moved up. He's in 5th place. Yes. As Nielsen is just storming off in the lead. He's got the setup down. So the battle right now is for third. Well, now it's for second because car number 2, that's Pukal, made a mistake. Now you got 4 cars battling for second. Oh, and one's upside down. That's very, very unfortunate. But now there's still 4 cars battling for second. Marshall was very quick to flip over that unfortunate driver. So we got 4 cars out there. We've got the 3, 7, 4, and 2 in that order. That is Ryeskov, Vandal, Valkova, and Pukal. And I'm sure the order is already changed by the time I look back up from the sheet. And I can't see the numbers because of the... Let's see, we've got the 3 still, 7, 4, and 2 in that order still. It looks like Valkova now he's made a mistake and he's let Pukal get right up behind him and almost did get some door action there. Going into that sweeper. That's a tricky one. It's so fast. I never even asked any of the drivers if they're actually braking or just letting the car roll off. As the battle between the 3 and the 7 of Ryeskov and Vandal is getting closer and closer. Vandal's the one who can apply all... Oh, yeah, and a mistake from Ryeskov. Oh, and he lost a bit of space there. So that's Ryeskov now in 4th place. This is, again, this is a battle for second. The number 1 car of Nielsen way out in front. Where is he? He's got a full straightaway lead of these guys. This is just like motorcycle racing. These guys are bumping and bashing each other just a bit, just slowing each other down enough while they're running their defensive lines. They're slowing the whole group down, allowing the leader to get away. So there's no team action here. Everyone's racing for themselves. So there's no one saying, all right, guys, let's just work with me. Oh, and a big mistake from Vandal as he goes back to 5th now. couple of consecutive mistakes coming on the finish line hairpin. So now it's 4, 3, and 2. That's Valkova, Ryeskov, and Pukal in that order as they're going through the sweeper and into the EFRA hairpin. Around the finish line hairpin. Oh, and a big slide from, who was that? That was Ryeskov. Now he's in 4th. Falling into the clutches of Vandal, who's catching up to them. So as I was saying, these guys, they're not talking to each other on the stand. There's actually no talking allowed on the stand. Language barriers notwithstanding. So no one's saying to each other, well, let's just work together and we can catch up to the leader. They're all just going out for glory, full glory for themselves. So we got the 1 of Nielsen, the 4 of Valkova, and the 2 of Pukal. That's first, second, third. Those are the, oh, we got a car upside down. He's been hit. He's been hit. Big hit by the number 4. And that car that's upside down, I can't see the number, but he's stranded on the grass. So what has that done to the order? We're now 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You cannot help if a car, you can't help but feel sorry for a guy who hits a car who's upside down on the straight through no fault of his own, comes along at full speed and hits someone. I hear a really weird clutch or something very, very lean. So that's, we're watching the number 2 of Pukal and number 3 of Ryeskov as they are very closely battling through the EFRA hairpin. And that's the 4 of Valkova who's catching up. He wants to make a battle of it as Vandal is being, Vandal and stay with this battle, but Vandal and Mestiri, our first bump up man, they come into the pits and they're back out behind Withington. So we're going to start seeing some pit action. Oh, and another door action. Can't see the number that happened there. That was 2 and 4. That was, a race into the pits. Nice pass in the pits. Okay, so that's a 4 out first, and then the 2. So let's see. Okay, we're going to have some, got to see how this shakes out. We got the 2, 4, and 7. I think the 3, no, the 3 is not out there. So the 3 is, the 9 is flamed out. Oh, and a spin out. A touring car style spin out. Oh, no. So yeah, the 3 got out last. So officially at the moment it's 1, 4, and 2. So it's Nielsen, Valkova, and Pukal with 7 of Vandal and the 3 of Ryeskov. But that order is going to completely change because we had a big coming together just after the start-finish line, or the finish line, and then coming out of the VRCV. So it is 4. The 9 is not involved in this fight. 4, 7, and 2, and then the 3. So it is as it is on. Oh, another Dorax. Get off this main. There we go. Okay, we're clear. Stop and go. Stop and go for number 3. Oh no, sorry, that was the number 7 of Vandal. I think he punted someone out of the way there. I thought it was someone coming up on the lap marker, but the numbers are impossible. Even the colors are impossible to see in the reflection of the sun. So we got 4. The 9 is a lap car. Do not worry about the car behind Valkova there. Valkova in that white and yellow car. Then there's the 9, and then the 3. I missed the number. I think that's a lap car again. Oh, the 2 hitting the number 6. Let's find the lead car while we get our bearings. The number 1 car, I believe it's this one here, yes. Good job, Stu, coming through the VRCV. The number 1 car has been in the lead the entire time. And he's got about a half a lap lead on everybody because these guys just been smashing each other around constantly. Car number 4, Valkova, is in 2nd place, and he's just at the end of the sweeper now. Car number 3 of Ryeskov is a further, what would we say, about 4 seconds behind. And then we've got the 8 has come up. the 8 of Mystery. He's hoping to bump up. If he can gain a position, let's follow this green car here. The green car coming through VRC Pro. He's chasing down the 3. That 3 is in 3rd position. That's the 3 of Ryeskov, chased very, very hard by Mystery, Roman Mystery. He's got lap traffic. Oh, lap traffic took him out, and he hit the fence.
He got the net. He was caught with a tennis
net.
net.
Oh, that's terrible. He's trying to pass a lap car who is just completely unaware. That is horrible because if he had been able to clear the lap car properly and take 3rd. So the 6 is in 4th position now. If Roman had been able to get into 3rd, he would bump up again, and it is indeed very hard to bump up. So it's now he's mixed up with the 2 and the 7.
Let's get a little bit closer in on the action.
This is a battle for position. It's not a lap. So 2-7. 2, 8, wow, 8 and 7 have both come in for pits at the same time. And, oh, it's almost an unsafe release there.
That was close.
So the 7 and 8 are out together. They've just been lapped. They've just been lapped. Okay, safely. The leaders safely passed the lap traffic. And let's hope that no one takes out the leader of Rasmus Nielsen. Lap traffic has been absolutely a nightmare for these guys, especially Roman. He was battling for 3rd place, the final bump up spot. Okay, so calling traffic for the leader, but hopefully calling traffic for 1st, 2nd, 3rd as well. And the leader hits the wall coming into pits. Hopefully nothing is broken. A little bit of a tuning change. He's got a load of time though. I think okay. 4th was just coming in. Number 4, 2nd place came in directly behind him. So Roman's lead with that tuning change has shrunk down a tiny, tiny bit. Not a massive amount. Okay, so we're following Roman. Let's let this round of pit stops go through. Withington's in the pits by Thurston, and Pukal in the car 2 in 4th place has just come into the pits. So let's let things shake out for another lap or so.
So we're just over halfway. Nielsen from Valcola from Ryskov currently in the bump up positions. 1 from 4 from 3.
As the Coast Guard helicopter goes overhead. So we've got Nielsen. And what is that? Is that car 2 that was out in the grass? Unspotted by Marshall. There's no Marshall number 4. Oh no, that's very not good because that's the Marshall on the straight. So Nielsen has lapped everyone. Car number 4 has not been lapped. There's a dead car, but it's not the leader. So we're not too concerned about that. It's unfortunate, but we can't be concerned with that. We are looking at purely the number, the cars in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd
who's
position.
flamed out, Frank?
Oh, sorry, it is the car number 1. Car number 1 is flamed out.
Yari Vakola.
Let's follow the car number 1's in the pits. Let's gotta hurry up, mechanic. Oh dear, this is not good. So he's already in 7th position. What a nightmare. I don't think that was involved with lap traffic. Oh, there's a stone stuck in the flywheel probably.
Sorry, not Valkola, Nielsen, my apologies.
Yeah, we've got him on the screen, or we've got him on the main camera. That is a nightmare. Lissau saying it's dead, mate. Sorry. Let's find the car number 4. He's just going through PROTOform P. Let's catch up with the race action for the bump ups. Car number 4 now. Valkova's in the lead. That's the 6. He's a couple of cars behind him. That's the 7. Where's the 3?
So with Nielsen dropping out, that allows Vandal to move up into the 3rd place, the last of the bump up positions. Looks like Vandal's got a 2 or 3 second lead over 4th place.
Car 3 of Ryeskov is several seconds behind here, but as you can see, anything can happen. Even the leader falling out with a stone stuck in his flywheel. Well, I assume is a stone because there's definitely something attempted to be pried out. So we're with the leader at the moment. Let's stop at the Protoform P, Stu, and we'll catch the second of these cars coming through now. That is 2nd place. So that's the gap to 2nd place. And then we'll stop the gap to 2nd place, which is Ryeskov. We'll stop the Protoform at the VRC-V here and catch the car number 7 of Vandal. Oh, who's coming for a pit? So he's going to lose a bit of time, but that's okay. Everybody's got a pit. So that's a pit at 6 minutes to go. So it looks like last lap splash and dash for Vandal is in order. So that's 3rd place Vandal. It's a 4, 3, and 7. Vandal's in 3rd. Unfortunately, the leader that we were following since the start of the race, just to catch up, Nielsen. The most unfortunate thing I've seen all day anyway. He was so far out in the lead. He had a half a lap at one point as the 2nd through 5th places were bumping and smashing each other to bits and slowing each other down. He had a half a lap advantage, and then suddenly a stone gets stuck in his flywheel, or what I assume was a stone. The car 4 has just crashed out. Car 4 has crashed out at the V. Oh, and Marshall. Oh, what's happened? Car 4, that's our leader. Well, he was the leader. Now car 3 has taken the lead. Now car 7 is taking 2nd. Car 2 has just lapped him. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening to these guys. May as well fuel him. Can he get out? He can't steer. There's no steering. It's back. He's got steering. We don't know. Well, he's fallen out. He's in 3rd. I think he's going to quickly find himself in 4th.
The wheels are moving. No,
let's just find the leader out there. He's still in 4th or 3rd. Finally, let's car 3. Where's car 3? Coming through now through the VRC down the start-finish straight, around Protoform P, and through the RC timing turn onto the main straight. That's our leader. And it looks like the car 2, the car 4 that we were following is now in 6th. So that's unfortunate. But guess what? That allows our top bump-up man, Roman Mysteri, he's now in 3rd. So miracles do happen. Roman can attest to that. Actually, he'll attest to that in about 4 minutes when the race is finished. Because anything, absolutely anything can happen, as you can see in Nitro Racing. So this is our leader. It's the car 3 of Ryeskov. The car 7 of Teddy Vandal is in 2nd. Car 7 coming through now through the timing turn, and the Protoform P. That's our car 7. And we're having our final splash and dash pit stops as car 9 retires off camera. And let's find 3rd place of Roman Mysteri, our green car, coming through the finish line now.
Car 9 was one of our bump ups from the previous race.
So Mysteri, now we got a battle for 2nd. We got Mysteri following Vandal. This is the closest battle we've seen so far. Mysteri goes off the track just slightly. He loses traction coming onto the straight, so he's lost a lot of speed. If I were Mysteri, but you know what? There's car 2 is directly behind the car 2 Pukal. Mysteri's coming for a pit, so he's lost 3rd position now. Oh dear. So let's see what happens with car 2. We're following Roman Mysteri, our bump up man. Now we're following car 2, Pukal. Let's see if he comes in for a final pit. And if he does, he does not. If he does, that may release Mysteri, or at least put them in touching distance. There's 2 minutes left to go, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. been non-stop excitement, hasn't it?
Yes, Frank, it has. I'm
Straight
joking.
in the most icy cold voice
That was
ever.
the joke. Yes, Frank, no, it has been. All change right the way across all
Yeah.
10 drivers.
We've seen, well, as we were saying, drama collectively is great.
Yes.
But drama, especially for Nielsen in this race, oh, heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak. Let's see if the car 2, he's still not pitting. He's got a minute and a half left to go. Unfortunately, we don't have any sort of telemetry on these things to know when they've last pitted. We could talk to the mechanic if we knew who the mechanic was for Miguel Pucol-Belda.
Yeah, please shout down and try and get the
Yeah,
attention
let me
of the
just
mechanic.
shout down. Oh, let me just tap Miguel on the shoulder. And just
When
ask him.
did your driver pit? I said.
So at the moment, we've got Ryetskov leading, Vandal second, Pucol-Belda third with our lead. Our lead, is he pitting? No, he's still not pitting. He's got 3 laps left to go. Pucol-Belda. So let's stay with the car 2, and we're just going to see if he pits until the very last lap, so we can catch the winning car over the line. Still not pitting. He's going to have 2 more laps. 30 seconds. In about 15 or so seconds, he's going to cross the line. Actually, less time. Yeah, just a couple seconds now. He's going to cross the line for the second to last time. He's going to get caught. Still not pitting, so I think that seals it.
10, 9, 8.
So that's really unfortunate for. Let's catch car number 3 coming here. This is our leader. So this is our leader, Ryetskov, Carlos Ryetskov. He's going to, as long as he makes it to the line, he's going to win this race.
Don't curse
and
him,
bump
Frank.
up.
Don't curse him.
And let's stay at the
There
line
we
as
go.
these guys cross. It's the car 6, one of the several lap cars in this race. We've got car 7 coming across next, very, very slowly. Has he finished? Oh yeah, okay, it's being called out. Yes, that's Teddy Vandal finishing in second, and the car 2, Pucol-Belda, finishing third.
Our
So those
top-
guys will bump up into the 132nd B final tomorrow morning at 10.
So they bump up into the... I'm lost now, hang on.
This is the B, yes?
Yeah?
Yeah, so they
Oh,
bump,
they
up,
don't
into
bump up into
the
the-
next B.
Ah, they don't bump up now into the next race, which is the A.
No,
Ah, that's my bad. My misunderstanding.
that's sort of the level of the Christmas tree. If you visualize, in this case, the 1/128th,
Yeah,
that's the bottom level of the Christmas tree.
yeah.
That's why it's Christmas tree.
A
bar.
and B.
And then that 1/128th gets halved
Yeah.
to 64th, which we just saw,
Yeah.
and is coming up next. So now that's the next level up on the Christmas tree, so it's a little bit smaller.
Will the A's meet the B's at some point?
Yes, in the final.
There can be only one, in the words of Highlander.
Yeah.
There we go. I've got the drivers on the screen for the 128th A. No, 164th A. All
Yeah.
this Christmas stuff. It's very complicated.
It is, I'll admit, it is very complicated, but in terms of racing, just pure racing, it is easy to understand once you get in the mindset, I suppose.
Yeah.
If I were to explain this to my mother or fiance or whatever, someone non-RC,
wouldn't be interested.
it'd be very difficult, yeah. So in this race, we've got Oyvind Stusdal, Helga Johansson, Sergio Duarte Alcover, Francisco Jordan Aparici, Uri Hudi, Augustine Rodriguez Lujan, Alberto Rivera Bordas, Massimo Loreto from Monte Carlo, Franco Villarino, and Ole Werner Murin.
Thank you,
Loreto, Villarino, and Werner you will recognize from the last A side race. If you imagine there's a B side and an A side of the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Yes, they do eventually meet in this.
Which side
final.
have the balls and which side have the lights, though?
Well, ideally, you would have them interspersed around evenly.
Balls on both, lights on both.
Yeah.
Lametta sprinkled all over them with a star on top, who is ultimately
What sprinkled?
Lametta.
What is that?
My wife introduced me to this.
Oh dear.
It's like those long strands of tinsel. And then we end up picking it up off the floor until March.
We just call them tinsel garlands.
What, the individual strands that you throw on the tree?
Oh no, we don't do those. That's way messy.
That's Lametta. Yeah.
I would just call that tinsel because they take those and make those into strands.
No, tinsel's the long one with lots of little ones attached to the long one. Like a snake. A tinsel snake.
It's like a boa, like a feather boa, but it's out of tinsel.
Made out of exactly, that's it. That's tinsel. Lametta are the long individual strands of what's the non-plural of tinsel? Tinsel?
So I would call that tinsel. That's just tinsel.
No.
But a tinsel garland is the feather boa equivalent.
I'll let you tell that to my wife next time you see her.
I will tell her.
She'll be very upset.
And she'll know.
Oh, the last race of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
The last race of the day!
It's nearly beer o'clock.
It is nearly here o'clock.
Beer o'clock.
Yeah, or the non-alcoholic beverage of your choice.
Righto.
All right.
Oh, good. My pit cam shot is almost useless now the sun is directly in the lens. I'm losing cameras, people.
What about the TV turn camera? How's that reacting?
Very washed out going into the Protoform P. It's usable though, and then the chicane shot, that's fine.
Right, so here we go. Here's another 7 new drivers and names and orders to get used to for myself.
They're not new, they've been here for 2 days already.
Yeah, I know, but some of them changed their cars,
their
their bodies.
Some of them changed their name via deed poll.
Yeah,
just to
over the course of the weekend, they've got a judge.
I need to put my legs up. Sorry, I know it looks very...
put them on my chair so I can't use it.
Sorry,
I'd love to be able to sit down.
My knees are hurting.
Your knees are hurting.
Don't whinge.
You're the one saying,
It's not a
beer
whinge.
o'clock.
Yeah, it's not a whinge.
My knees are hurting. I'm going to put my feet up. I'm going to use your chairs to put my feet up.
Yep, because my knee's hurting, mate. This one.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, wow.
It's because I've had my legs crossed for too long, that's why. I need to straighten my leg out.
That's your fault for bad posture.
Anyway, this doesn't make for interesting streaming. So, tomorrow we will be back on air. I think we will be on slightly before 10 o'clock so that we don't go instantly into the first of the finals.
Say 9:55, maybe, or 9:50, 9:55, something like that.
And then we'll be here with the A main final at 4 p.m. local time. How long is the final, Frank? Is it 45?
It says right next to that on the sheet you're looking at,
So
45
it
minutes.
does. Look at that. 45 minutes. So we'll be here with the A main final at 4 o'clock through to 4:45. That then leaves us with one other event to cover by our other team, other members of our team. We'll have Matt McCallum, we will have Ollie Meggett, and we will also have Nathan Blair. Can't believe I just remembered his surname at the last second. Covering the event in Madrid, which is, Frank, what?
Next week.
Yes, what's the class? Come on, Frank.
All right, the other touring car class, electric.
Is it?
Yep.
I looked at the track on Google Earth. It looked very dirty. Sure, it's touring car.
Yeah.
Is it? No, it looks sandy, not dirty. Yeah, I'm
There,
sure it
there are
is.
2 tracks in Madrid. Nick, Matt, and I were at the other track recently. I honestly can't remember what event it was.
Try.
I just did. Yeah.
1 minute to start.
Stu, let me try something. Let me get one of your chairs. One of your 7 chairs.
I take it back. It is 1/10 electric touring car European Championship next week from Alcobendas, España. And that there next week marks the end of another EFRA Summer European Championship Series. Frank.
Yeah, it's been a very busy. And
One thing I've learnt about Frank this week is he can't do 2 things at once. He can't listen to me whilst interviewing. He can't move his laptop whilst listening to me as
when
well.
I'm trying to listen to the answer, so I have a follow-up question, and then trying to decipher what you're saying. No, I can't. But what I can do is now sit down.
Is this a warm-up lap or is this starting right now?
This is it. This is the race.
Here we go.
Let's get to the front of the grid.
Eyes down,
And
looking.
they're off. Oh, do we already have a penalty or something? What's going on here?
Wow.
Good lead for the number 1 car of Øyvind Stusdal. And we got a good battle for second already brewing between the 2 and 3 of Johansson and Duarte. Number 7 has some sort of a penalty or something applied to him. That is Alberto Rivero Bordas. I'm not worried about that, though. We're looking at the battle for second. Remember, it's only 3 positions bump up in this race. In all the races, actually, except for the semifinals. So a bit of a mistake for that number 3 car for Duarte. And these guys are going 80, no, that can't be right. 81 kilometers an hour. There's no way. They must be going much faster than that. 100, there we go. So track temperature is definitely going down. So these guys are experiencing much grippier conditions. Oh, there we go. There's a pass for second. Duarte gets past Johansson. And let's see if Duarte is able to make up any space on the leader. Well, Johansson now has to worry about the car 4 and 5 of Jordan and Uri Hudi. See if they're able to make up any space to Johansson. Running order is 1, 3, and 2. Everyone's on their 4th lap at the moment. No one's been lapped yet. The 1 car, very, well, plain, like coppery red color. Number 3 car, white with black wing, you know, sort of traditional, I guess.
Coppery red.
Copper red.
Coppery red. Is that like the Iron Man colour?
Yeah, sort of, but this one's a bit more coppery, I think. And we're about to have a lap traffic already. The car 0 of Werner, one of the bump-up men. Good refereeing, telling him to move over. Let's see what happens when cars... Oh, car 3 makes a big sliding mistake going over the start-finish line, and he's already right on the car 2 of Johansson. It's Duarte. Oh,
Whoa.
no, that's terrible. That is terrible. Car 4 upside down. How long is he going to be upside down? Where are the marshals? Jordan and Aparici way down the order now. Very, very bad. So, car 3, Duarte Alcover in 2nd place. Car 2 of Johansson 3rd with the car 5 Uri Hootie next.
Whoa,
Just passed on the straight. Power.
Just had that extra ounce of power there.
That looked like more than an ounce to me. That was
3 ounce.
Jordan getting past Hootie. I wonder if Jordan drives an X-ray. Be interesting. So we're on that battle between the Pinky and already a pass. Very quick. Can't see the number.
Some excellent
Car
coverage there from
7
Stewart.
and 2.
Perfect.
Rivera and Johansson. With Rivera getting past Johansson. I think it was Rivera that had the... Yeah, that is for position. That's
Whoa.
for third position. Ooh, yeah, slide there. That white car is the number 3 of second place Duarte. And the car behind with the blue rear end is Rivera in third place. The running order is Stoosdal, car number 1. And then car number 3 of Duarte. And then Rivera moving up from the 7th position. I think he's the one who had a penalty or something applied to him very early in the race, and he's rebounded very well. Johansson, car number 2. Hootie, car 5. Jordan, Rodriguez, Loreto, Werner, and Villarino. Our bump-up men occupying the final 3 spots in the race.
Wow, some really tight racing here, Frank. Who are we watching on screen at the moment? Which places?
You tell me. You've got the screen in front of you.
Yeah, I can't see the track from here, though. Is that 3?
3 and 7.
We're
The
looking
white
at,
oh!
we were looking at 2nd and 3rd.
Pits.
Here we go.
Oh, big mistake in the pit.
Whoa.
Get out of the way. So the 3's already out. 1 had a bit of a mistake. 7 had an even bigger mistake. So let's let this shake out. It's exactly. They came in right at the 5-minute mark. So let's let this go for a lap or so while everyone comes in for pits. And let's see how it shakes out. It looks like there has been a change of position between the 1 and the 2. They're swap positions. It's Johansson in the lead at the moment. Johansson in that white and pink car. Ooh, sideways through a chicane. That's danger. That's the battle for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and I believe not 5th. So that's the first 4 positions all in the same area of the track. Woo, dodgy. Brave move through the sweeper there for Rivera. Wow, now he's on the lead. Battling for the lead. This is amazing. How is Rivera? And wow,
Oh, what happened there?
pass on the straight from Rivera. Oh, and a tap in the rear. That puts Stoosdal down to 4th. That's touring car racing, though. That's what you need those Protoform body stiffeners for.
And we've got someone going into the pits.
Yeah, that was a penalty
Stop and
for
go.
car number 2. Does a stop and go. And he's back out behind the number 1 car. Still in he's in 5th position, I think.
Stu, can you just drop 1 ND? We're getting a bit dark out there. Perfect.
So let's see how this shakes out. We've got the 7 in the lead of Rivera Bordas. Uri Hootie is bumped up into he's moved up into the 2nd after all this bumping and barging. We've got Stoosdal in 3rd. Those are your top 3 are your bump up positions. Then we got Johansson, the car number 2, Duarte, car number 3, and Jordan, car 4. All these guys are on the lead lap. Where's our leader? The car 7 going onto the main straight, and he's followed, I think that's the car 0. I think that's lap traffic. And then we've got the 3, 2 cars behind him, about a straightaway difference. And then I believe that's the car 5. No, sorry, that's I got it mixed up here. Yes, car 9, that's your leader. Do not battle with him. Do not try to catch up. That's Uri Hootie coming onto the straight now. It's almost a straightaway lead for Rivera to Uri Hootie.
I'm just starting to get a feel for how exciting this final is going to be tomorrow.
It's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. And these are the lower finals, as you can see on the screen as you're watching this. We've got 12 minutes left to go, so that means there's 2 more pit stops to go. We are following the car 7 of Rivera. So let's, Stu, let's drop back a couple of cars to the white and pink car of car number 5 of Uri Hootie. We've not really followed Mr. Hootie around the track very much this weekend. I don't remember actually calling him out, but very much. But there he is. That's Mr. Man, Mr. Hootie. His son Martin is also here racing in a higher final. So no close battles at the moment on the track. So if we drop back one more car, Stu, to the sort of brownie red car of number 1 of Oyvind Stusdal. He was our pole sitter on this for this 164th A final. And he's still in the bump up position. He's not hurting too bad, but he will be starting in position 10 if he finishes in this position. So let's get back to the start of the straight. On the main straight, the 2 cars on the straight. Let's follow our lead car. He's the second of those 2 cars because we're coming up 10.5 minutes to go. Oh, and a mistake under the grass for the leader, but it's okay. He's got plenty of space behind him. Let's see if he comes into the pit. Nope. We're coming up on the pit stop times. Most of these guys are coming in, it seems, in the first pit, they came in bang on 5 minutes. Oh, these pit stop races are just stressful. Stressful.
For you or for the crew?
For me! There he goes into the pits. His mechanics, of course, waiting for him. The car number 7 of Oyvind Stusdal. And Uri Hootie has gone past. So let's get to the pink car on the main straight. And let's see when Mr. Hootie comes into the pits. Oh, there's a car just dead in the middle of the track. It is dead. Okay, good. Make our way across the track safely.
Who was it? Can you see who it was, Frank?
That is the car number 3 of Duarte. And Uri Hootie's in the pits now. Of course, an X-Ray man is pitting for him. And he's going back out. So car number 3 has fallen to position 7 at this point. That is just terrible luck. So we've got Uri Hootie out in the lead at the moment. Car 5. Well, he hasn't crossed the finish line. Nope, he's in second still. So car 7 of Rivera. And behind Uri, or behind Mr. Hootie, we've got, why do I call him Mr. Hootie? Just Hootie. We've got the car number 1 of Stusdal. Sorry?
I thought it was Hoodie.
Hootie, Hoodie.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah. Paella, paella.
Paella.
Paella. So Mr. Hootie is out onto the main straight there. We're with the car 7, the leader. 8 minutes 40 seconds to go in this race. The car 7, I'm pretty sure he recovered from a penalty on the second or third lap of the race. And he's just absolutely muscled his way past everyone to come from 7th on the grid. He's on his 33rd lap. Hootie must have made a mistake somewhere. He definitely made, he wasn't that far behind. He must have made a mistake on the previous lap. Sorry, he's much further behind Rivera than he was a couple of laps ago. So yes, 7, 5, and 1. That is Rivera, Hootie, Stusdal, Johansson, Jordan, Loretto. He's the only bump-up man to have moved up. He's in 6th position instead of 8th. Then we have Duarte, Werner, Villarino, and Rodriguez has dropped out of the race. So we've got a 9-car battle. No actual door-to-door battles on the track at the moment, although if we drop back to car number 1, Stu, who's just going on the straight now, the brownie red car, it does seem that he's catching up very slightly to Hootie. Let's see, 20.921 and 20.927, so almost identical lap times, down to the 100th of a second. But we've got Hoodie's coming up on lap traffic, and we have seen what lap traffic does. It's a much better standard in this race. Hoodie does a 20.979 and a 20.834, so a little bit faster. Little bit faster of a lap from Stoosdal. So we're just following Stoosdal to see if he's able to make up any more time. We've got a dead car coming back out on the track. That was a 21.0 for Hoodie and a 20.8 again for Stoosdal. So he definitely is catching, not just to my eyes, but on the computer as well. So this is the battle for second. Remember, again, it's the top 3 drivers from each final that make it into the next final. This is the 164th A. These guys are all battling to come back and race tomorrow so that their weekend is extended by another day. And in a perfect world, if you were a perfect racer with perfect luck, you could conceivably bump up from the bottom finals, which we saw earlier, the 1-128, all the way up into the semis and then into the A. That last lap around was almost identical lap times, 20.7s for both of them. Let's see, obviously Hoodie has been racing for, I don't want to say centuries, but decades. I think that's a much better lap time. Yes, a 10th, 20.9, 20.8 for Stoosdal that time around. Again, this is just a battle for second. There's no one challenging for third. The battle for second, Uri Hoodie in the white and pink car is in second, and Oyvind Stoosdal a pit for Hoodie. Stay with him. A bit of shouting, it's fine. Okay, so a clean pit stop, a little bit shaky coming out. Let's catch up with Stoosdal at the end of the straight in the sweeper. He's coming through the EFRA turn now. The EFRA hairpin, let's see if he pits. This will be the last pit if he does. Well, no matter when he comes in, it'll be the last pit. Here he comes. And it's Branson's father pitting for him. And he comes out. And okay, well, pretty close, pretty close. Even pit times. If anything, I think Stoosdal has lost maybe a 10th or so. But they've come out in the same order, so we'll carry on as business as usual. So for the next 4 minutes, we'll be watching these guys to see if anything happens. It's the only close battle on the track. The rest of the battles, while interesting to the drivers that are watching, that are involved in them, they don't really concern the next final, the 132nd A final. This battle does. Because if there is a pass, or if one of these guys flames out, or runs out of fuel, which they probably won't do because they pitted with plenty of time, the 4th place of car number 2 of Johansson, who was in the battle for these guys. I think Johansson's already been lapped though, because there's I see Rivera. Yeah, Johansson has just been lapped. Rivera is the next car behind Hoodie and Stoosdal. So Rivera is not interested at all in slowing down. He's just got the pedal to the metal.
It's usually a good tactic to take when you're a race driver.
Yes, but as we saw last week, with all the bump ups, if you push too hard, and if Rivera comes off the track somehow because he's trying to get past the back marker, or I think, well, yeah, we've got a developing battle here now for the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Still, Stoosdal is he's right on the back end of Hoodie. So it'll be interesting to see if Hoodie just plays it smart and lets him pass and says, hey, you know what? Take it. Take second. We don't have to battle. I don't want to get crashed out. So you go ahead and push on, mate. But we'll see. It doesn't seem like he's giving any ground. He's cutting, the apex is nice and tight. So is Stoosdal, to be fair. A little bit tighter. Not as tight as Stoosdal, I should say. But yes, smart driving sometimes is the order of the day. Rivera There's no one around him, so it's not like he's threatened. There's not even lap traffic around him. He's already lapped 4th place. These guys are in no danger of being passed by 4th place. So there's 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go in this run. And now we do have lap traffic. We have the car 0 about Werner. Is he going to let him pass clean? Goes wide, stays wide. Good job. And I think we're going to see them come up on the number 8 car of Loreto from Monte Carlo. Either Hoodie has picked up the pace or Stuzdal has calmed down his pace. They're both doing roughly identical lap times. Actually, Stuzdal was 0.2 of a second slower that time. And now Hoodie was a tenth of a second slower. So they're just, let's see, where are they at? Still maintaining position. They are coming up on the 8th of Loreto. As the leader, who is not relented, he's still doing 20-second laps. These guys, the leader just wants to get past. I would just, okay, all right, that's fine, that's fine. As long as the pass can be made cleanly, okay. All right, I wouldn't have pushed it, but, you know, it's fine. Oh, see, the leader did get hung up in lap traffic now. So, danger point, but it's okay. Risky, though. I would say it's risky, but I suppose it's just an on-road thing. So, once again, we've got Rivera, Hoodie in second, and Stuzdal. More lap traffic coming up. The 4th place car, 5th place car. Why are you racing him? You're being lapped. You're being lapped, pal. You just cost Hoodie a place. And now you crashed into him. What are you doing?
That was very lucky.
That was lucky for Uri Hoodie. He did lose a place there. No reactions. Stuzdal's happy. So that is the last race of the day, folks. We're coming back at, what, 9:55, 9:50 tomorrow morning?
Details will be posted in the normal places, I'm guessing around 9:50.
Yep.
To allow us to get on air, polish
Iron out
things
any
up,
kinks, yep.
and then not be rushing at the last minute to catch the first of the finals on the last day here in Valencia in Spain.
Excellent. Great. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the coverage today and yesterday, and we hope you'll join us again tomorrow a little bit before 10 a.m. local time. That's 9 a.m. UK time. This is RC Racing TV. My name is Frank McKinney with Stu Noble on the camera and James Perry, the other voice you hear, on technical and camera swapping duties.
I'm going to leave everyone with the lovely setting Spanish sun of the near useless pit cam at the moment.
Fantastic. So that's our view here from Valencia. We thank you very much for joining us.
I'm going to end on Stuart's. I've just seen that. I'm going to end on Stuart's Spanish flapping flag. You never go wrong with a flapping flag when you're a videographer. Yeah, just finally wrap up by saying thank you to PROTOform. And, of course, not forgetting it was PROTOform Friday. Thank you to VRC Pro. Thank you to EFRA of EFRA.ws. Thank you to all of you who have joined us today for the stream. It's goodbye from me, James Parry. Frank, over to you.
And a goodbye from me. You've done everything that I was going to do. So that's it. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.